Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a foundation review on a brand new foundation. So I picked this up the other day at Sephora. It is called the Best Skin Ever, and it is by the SEPHORA collection. So I'm super excited to try this out. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to subscribe. And of course, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I will have that on the screen for you guys. So without any more rambling, we're gonna get on into this foundation. First off, this is what the packaging looks like. Super sleek, has a really nice frosted glass detail. And I just love the bottle of it, honestly. It also came with plastic wrap around it. I did just take it off right now, but it came with a little plastic wrap around it, so I love that it was like properly sealed. So the shade I went ahead and picked up was 24N, and I believe there's 50 shades to choose from. So gonna retail for $20. And I honestly think that's like not too bad. It's supposed to have a natural finish, medium coverage, long wearing, fragrance-free hyaluronic acid to go ahead and help hydrate. We have red algae extract, which is also going to hydrate, brown algae extract in here as well, which is going to provide the anti-pollution shield. The bottle is also made from 30% recycled glass, which love that. So I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of my e.l.f. poreless putty just to prime those up a tad, but this is a primer that I know works for me. We're gonna give it a little bit of a shake and see. I'll apply a little bit with a sponge, and then I will apply a little bit with a brush as well. So like I said, I went ahead and picked up the shade 24N, which is supposed to be a light to medium shade with neutral undertones. I'm going to go ahead and pump a little bit on my hand. That's what it looks like on my skin. Honestly, that is just one pump, and it's not that runny. It looks like there's a lot of pigment to it, which is pretty nice. That's what it looks like. Swatch. I'm gonna zoom you in a little. I'm gonna do this side with a sponge. That looks really good. It does look like it's like a second layer of skin. So that's just blending it in lightly with the sponge. Now I'm gonna go in and use this brush. I think I like the brush better for this. I feel like it's applying a little bit more coverage with the brush. And I actually think the shade is working out pretty well for me. I'm actually gonna not use the sponge. I'm gonna go in with the brush today. Apply a little bit more on my hand and go in for the forehead. For it saying it's a light to medium coverage and buildable, I definitely think you get a lot of coverage out of it so far. So pretty pleased about that. And I think the shade actually is winding up matching pretty well. I could totally still see my skin through it, which is really nice. And I think it looks really pretty and healthy. Wow. It almost kind of feels like a BB cream in a way because there is coverage to it, but it's not like an overwhelming amount of coverage. It kind of feels just like an airbrushed your skin but better kind of feeling, which is amazing. And I also only had on a little bit of moisturizer when I first started before the primer. So like my skin looks really healthy. I like that. You can definitely see more coverage on this side versus this side. So I'm just going to add a little bit more right here and build it up. Wow, that's pretty. Yeah, definitely buildable. So love that. So I'm just going to continue blending this everywhere. So far feels really, really nice on the skin. And I actually think the shade matches honestly like perfect. Wow, I actually might go back and pick up another one for like self-tan kind of shade and like for summer, because honestly, just by applying this, this feels so good. It just looks so refreshing, like so healthy. There's no scent to it either, so that's awesome. I don't really love when foundations have a strong fragrance or, you know, any type of scent, so that's great that it doesn't. I'm just gonna take a little bit of a smaller brush now, like more flat top, and just get around my brows. The only thing that needs a little bit more coverage. Just gonna lightly tap over the areas I think that need a little bit more coverage, but honestly builds up so well. Did not even apply a lot, and my skin looks so good in my opinion. Like, I think it looks great, and it looks super glowy still, but not over the top glowy. And I think it's blending in with my skin really nice, just looking like second layer skin. Your skin, but better kind of vibe. This is also made in France as well, which I thought that was really cool. And it's non-comedogenic. Loving the way this is making my skin look. Super natural, super even coverage, really easy to blend, buildable, and naturally glowy. Gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, but as of right now, this looks so good. It didn't even oxidize in like a weird way. Like what's on my hand still looks like the shade that was placed down when I pumped it, which is awesome. And it just blends in so effortless, so seamless, like feels really nice on the skin, feels like I have nothing on. Definitely a foundation that I would reach for, so super happy that I did go ahead and pick it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my glam off camera, and I'll be right back to share with you guys what I'm feeling. All right guys, so I'm back and I am obsessed with the way this foundation was playing with all of my other makeup. I just went ahead and used the everyday makeup that I would normally use, and I love it. I love the way that it feels on my skin, the way that it looks with everything. It literally blended in so nice with everything, and I'm so impressed. Look, I love the way this looks. My all-time favorite finish of foundation would be this one, where it's a natural kind of radiant foundation, very buildable, still light coverage, but can be worked up to a medium coverage. And I was not expecting a full coverage foundation going into this. I did go in a few times and build like you saw. I think it is so like breathable. My skin feels so healthy and it looks healthy, I think. I don't know, I'm obsessed with the way it looks. I had a feeling going into this that I was going to like it, but I honestly didn't think I was gonna like love it this much. Of course, I am gonna wear it and come back on later, or I will leave in the description how I ended up liking it. I so see myself wearing this in like spring and summer just because of how buildable it is, but still lightweight. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this on my skin for a little bit of time. I will come back later on and share with you guys how it's holding up, how I like it. All right guys, so it's a little bit later now and I love this foundation. First of all, I changed my outfit. I'm freezing, but I'm obsessed with the formula of this foundation, the way my skin looks and the way it's holding up, obviously. I can't get over how like healthy my skin looks, aside from the little bit of a smile line creasing we got going on, which I think is just, for me at this point, just happens with every single foundation. I just come to terms with it. It's fine. So if you have a little bit of a line, it may sink in there, but that definitely shouldn't be your deciding factor to steer away from this product because it is so good. It just overall looks like my skin, which is amazing. So we love that. As far as skin type goes, if you are oily, I feel like you could still get away with wearing this because it's not over the top glowy. It doesn't feel like it's weighing your skin down by any means. As long as you're setting it, I feel like you'd be fine. And of course, if you have more combo skin, I feel like you're gonna absolutely love it. It is super pretty. I feel like I'm gonna be using this in spring and summer just because it is more of that lightweight, kind of natural skin-like finish. And if you have more dry skin, I feel like you would still like it as well, just because of the hydrating factor in here as well. It has the hyaluronic acid and all the other skincare benefits that would help with the hydrating of your skin. You can see like my blemishes kind of peeking through just a little bit. In my honest opinion, I think that's actually fine. Like, I like that it looks like a second layer of skin where it's just like your skin but better. Can still see some imperfections, not completely covering it up, but it also did do that over time. Like when I first had it on, I didn't notice them as much as I do notice it now. So I do kind of see a little bit of wearing away, but nothing like crazy. There's a tiny bit of transfer onto my finger, but nothing crazy. Like, I also didn't go overboard with setting today as well. This is what it looks like. I'm honestly super impressed with it. It feels so light on my skin. Like, I can't get over it. I really do love it. I'm so glad that I picked it up. And I'm definitely gonna be continuing to use it, so you're gonna be seeing it in other videos as well. And it did work really great with my everyday products, which is something that I personally look for. If it can play nicely with my everyday products, then it's an A+ in my book. I love it. I love the fact that they have 50 shades to choose from, so definitely look into the undertones as you're choosing your shade, because that will really help you out. And the little shade guide online is pretty helpful as well. So I think that's all I have to say on this foundation. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna have all of this listed below in the description in case you missed anything, and I believe that's it. I will see you guys in my next one.